Hey everybody, I'm super excited about this video because according to the YouTube algorithm, you guys have been watching the cold lunch videos that I've been doing for Matt's work like crazy here lately. So if you're new, my husband works a construction job. He has no access to a microwave or refrigerator, and he's gone for breakfast and lunch. So whatever I send him, that's what he has for the day. So I set myself a personal challenge that I was hoping to get all of his breakfast and lunch for $20, but I had forgotten that that included like his Mio energy squirts, and he needed drinks for this week, and some of the prices on some of the things have gone up. Now a couple of these things are going to be more like convenience things, but when you actually compare them to the cost of other things I was looking at in the store, it actually balanced out either the same or they actually were cheaper. So it's going to look like maybe some of these things are luxury, but I'll explain as we go that they're actually not. Let me turn on and show you how I got a week's worth of breakfast and lunch to go in my husband's lunchbox for one full week for under $30, tax included. So before I even get started showing you guys the actual food and the meal plan that I have for him, I want to go ahead and start with number one. This is the total. I could actually show you the receipts if you wanted to. I went ahead and purchased with our normal week's worth of groceries plus a couple of winter stock up items that we purchased, but I was going for $25 even, but I went ahead and wanted to be honest with you guys and just say, you know what, he may use a Mio, so I included Mio in the cost and just said that final total was under $30 for breakfast and lunch for 1 week, which I'm still hoping is a good deal. Let me know in the comments below if you pack a lunch, like if you do breakfast and lunch, or if you just pack a lunch, how much are you spending each week? Because sometimes I feel like maybe I'm spending too much, maybe I'm not spending enough and could have sent like a little more healthier options. Let me know in the comments below. But this is kind of what we have for this week is $26.45, and that includes the 6.25% food tax, which actually went down because 4 years ago we had 9.25% food tax, but they did lower it to 6.25, and then our normal sales tax is 9.25. We do not have a state tax though, so that kind of is how it balances out. But $26.45 for a week's worth of breakfast, lunches, drinks to go with his lunches, and at least 1 bottle of Mio. If I added the second bottle of Mio, if he ended up using 2 bottles in 1 week, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't, then it would probably be closer to the $30, but I'm just going to say for now that we got everything for under $30. The other reason why I'm also saying under $30 is that I'm not including in, like, some people would want to include in, like, okay, the cost of the fact that I am running the Keurig and running hot water, 24 ounces of hot water into a thermos twice a week for the meal plan I'm fixing to show you. So yeah, so like that's not included in as well for the cost as well, for like the city water to go through the filtration system in the Keurig, the electricity to use the Keurig. So some people may want that included as well. And also, like, there may be things that I mentioned that you don't have, like the supplies to be able to do, like a canteen or the silverware, or like the Tupperware containers. So that's the reason why I just went ahead and just said under $30. That, and I mean, it was over 25 like I wanted it to be, but I will go ahead and also preface with that I mean, and if you don't have a Keurig, you can heat water in a microwave, you can heat water on the stove, just heat water and put it in a thermos. But let me show you the meal plan. So like you already saw in yesterday's grocery haul, if you haven't seen that one, I'll link it up here. We did buy these Mio Energies. Now with buying them from Walmart, they did have 20 cents off the first one, 10 cents off off of everyone after that on Ibotta this week, because they're doing an energy drink promo this week for the Mio Energies. So we did get 20 cents off of this, and normally I would not include like my price subtracting out the Ibotta rebate, but because it actually rolled us over to the $20, we were able to go ahead and put that into our PayPal this weekend. So I'm going ahead and counting it as the cost after the rebate, because we went ahead and had the money straight back into our account to be able to purchase gas this weekend. So for us, that's how we balanced it out. But I went ahead and counted this just because I felt like that would keep me more open and honest with you guys that yeah, he probably would take this in his lunch. So the next thing on here is I've never really looked into nutritional drinks for breakfast for him ever. But I was trying to set this goal of trying to keep it under $25 for everything. And like I said, the Mio is what threw it over. If not, it would have been under $25. Then I was looking on Ibotta last night, and they had $2 off the Carnation Breakfast Essentials, the ones that have the new flavors. So they have a Cinnabon, they have a French Cinnamon Toast Crunch, they have a Captain Crunch one. They've got like breakfast food cereal theme. Now the only one that Matt really seemed interested in, and if he doesn't like it, the one that I would be interested in was the Cinnabon one. I 100% bought it for him, but if he doesn't like it, we don't want it to go to waste. We wanted something that both of us would actually like if he didn't like it, if that makes sense. His priority first and foremost, and then like the only other one I would have considered was maybe the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But we're going to try these. There's 6 in here. He only works 5 days a week right now in the winter. So if he wanted to try one this weekend to see if he liked it, then that's going to work out great. If not, we actually bought a box of oatmeal last week that roughly would be about the same cost or slightly cheaper than what this carton cost. So this was $4.58 after the rebate, or maybe it was up. And what I'm going to do you guys a favor, I'm going to put the prices on the screen. You probably have already seen them start rolling on the screen anyways. But the prices will be on the screen of the exact cost of what this is. And then when you total it, add in the 6.25% sales tax on food in Tennessee. But yeah, so that's it for breakfast this week. And I asked him ahead of time, I'm like, you know, we're wanting to do this challenge. What do you think about these for breakfast? He's like, you know what? I've seen other people at work do it. And, you know, I know other people that do it. Let's just give it a try. So he's going to try it for this week. The drinks I bought for this week were the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. When Matt and I went on keto in 2019, since we've been off of keto and our bodies, we were one of those people that like once we went off of it, our bodies kind of like rejected it the second time we tried using keto. But there are some lower carb options that we can do to still try to maintain healthy options. And I don't like the artificial sweeteners as much, but he can't handle the full carb drinks anymore. But the zero sugar ones taste like the original drinks, but they have less carbs in them. So that's why we switched to the zero sugar ones. The Dr. Pepper is one that he really likes. So we went ahead and picked up Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, and then he'll have one per day. These were also on Ibotta for 75 cents off per bowl, up to 2 bowls. And you can redeem it up to 2 times while it's available on Ibotta. Usually with ours, if we go like grocery store once a week, it's renewed by the next week. So I could go back again next week and get these if he likes them. So the 2 flavors that I picked up, and it says no added MSGs, which again, we try to pull away from as lot of that as possible, just because like the more junk you put in your body, the more junk your body's going to have in it whenever you're trying to stay healthy. So we just try to pull away from it as much as we can. This one is the Sizzling Rich Pork one. So he's going to try this one this week. And what I do again is I take like a stainless steel thermos, can't think of the brand off the top of my head right now. I'll link it up here though, the exact one that we purchased. It holds 24 ounces of water, and that way he can put as much water or as little water as he wants in there. He says he does like us to fill it all the way with water, because if we don't fill it all the way with water, the water actually cools off faster, so because it has that gap of air in it. So we fill it with 24 ounces whether he uses all of it or not, and then whenever he gets home I dump it in the sink to use it to rinse dishes with when he gets back. This is the second one. It is the Scorchin' Sesame Shrimp. So I thought these would be unique to try, and it does have a spiciness level on it. If he doesn't like it because of how spicy it is at work, then we won't do it again, but it did seem like he was interested in it. So we're going to try that. So one of the things I actually was going to do to kind of lower budget was I was going to just do like some peanut butter and banana sandwiches. But I was at the store and I'm like, it wouldn't really be honest if I bought a jar of peanut butter to calculate in for this, because number one, I'm not going to use an entire jar of peanut butter just for his lunches and breakfast for 1 week. Number two, we're a family of 6. We don't buy small jars of peanut butter. We buy them in bulk all the time. So like it didn't feel like a fair calculation. But what I did do is I went ahead and calculated $1 in for the bananas, because it was only like $2 for both bundles, and this bundle was smaller, or is smaller than the other one. And what I'm going to do is just send him like 1 banana every day for his lunches. That way also, like if he just doesn't like these, he'll still have something to get him through until lunchtime. The carrots are something that I have started doing in the bento boxes. We tried other vegetables like the peppers. They just don't hold as well. And sometimes they're messy, especially with the seeds. Cucumbers, after a couple of days after being sliced, they become mushy, and he doesn't like when they get mushy, especially like he says, the longer that they sit in the lunchbox, the worse it becomes. So we switched to carrots because it was a super easy one, and these were 95 cents for this whole bag. Will he use this whole bag this week? Absolutely not, which means I have carrots for the kids and me for this week, or for more lunches next week. These are the 2 items that are going to seem like luxury items, you guys. All these every now and then has these bags of already cubed cheese, and I know already cubed cheese has a little bit of artificial, like either sawdust or something on it to keep them from sticking. I get that, but when you calculated the cost and the time of slicing a block of cheese for $1.99, and I would have to get like 2 blocks for his lunches, because like 1 block wouldn't do. I don't think 1 block does his lunches. So when you calculate the cost in of like the $1.99 for one block or $2.99 in for one bag that's already sliced, it was just cheaper for me to just go ahead and do this. Now if I was on a tighter budget and was really trying to keep it under 20, I definitely would have already bought the block cheese and just sliced it myself. But he's going to take the rich and creamy Goita, and I will specify these are for 2 lunches and then this is for 3 lunches. I was looking, you guys, normally he buys these bite-sized salamis. They were $7 a pack. And they have a little bit more meat in it than this, but I thought $7 a pack was ridiculous when I'm trying to stay in a budget. These were $4.99. This was cheaper than the deli meat. And I wasn't going to need a whole pack of deli meat. So I was like, you know what? For the purpose of staying on the budget for the lunches, I'm just going to buy this because I didn't need the deli meat for anything else because the kids and I already have lunch stuff for this week. So I bought this for him, and I figure I can do 1 of these sleeves per day for 3 days. Divide this up 3 ways, and then he gets 5 carrots a day. I will also specify the other reason why I did round up is, again, I buy ranch in bulk, and then we have like little containers, that squirt containers to put ranch in. Ranch is like $2 a bottle, so like if it wasn't calculated in, then I would have bought ranch, and I didn't need ranch. That's why I didn't buy it for just the filming purposes, because I didn't need it and I didn't want to like hoard, and it was starting to snow and I needed to get home. So that's the reason why I rounded up, is because I do include ranch for his carrots. But guys, that's it. I was really encouraged to like try this challenge. Like I said, I saw I was just going over the YouTube analytics for, you know, our review, a year in review and all that, and even though there weren't like a ton of new comments asking for it, there were a bunch of brand new views of people wanting to see what I send Matt for his lunches through the years. The low carb ones, the just cold items, the what I send for no refrigerator, no microwave. So that's why I was encouraged to do this, and I really hope you guys are encouraged as well to try to stay on budget even through these tough times right now, and try to still stay, you know, I mean, like this probably is not towards like the healthy option, and neither is the Dr. Pepper or the Mio, but like try to still stay within a mindset of like not getting complete junk food, or not just like, you know what, this is too hard, let's eat out and completely blow our budget. You can do it, you guys. We can do this together, and we'll do it together as a team and as a community. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.